guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey babes, how are you doing today? You're highly welcome to my little corner here on the internet. So you guys, in today's video we are going to be getting cute together, basically while we chit chat. So if you'd like to see how I got this look on me, then definitely keep on watching. So I'm gonna head to do my brows. I'm just trying to blend out the concealer that I used. A quick disclaimer, if you see that my video is like, if you see the lighting is changing from like super bright to super dark, you guys please excuse that. I'm trying to film with this sunlight, like natural light, and the sun is literally doing the most. Like when I say doing the most, the sun is doing the most right now. It's just going from super bright to super dark, and each time it does that I have to stop what I'm doing to, you know, readjust my camera settings and all that. Like, bro, let's make up your mind. Do you want to shine or do you want to sleep? Because you're reading my video. Alright guys, let's get started with the eye look. For the eye makeup, I'm going to be using the ABH times Norvina collection, and this is the part 1 because they've got like 4 or 5 collections in total. So this is what we are going to be playing with. So we're going to be playing with colors today, just because it's been a while since your girl played with colors. I have just been doing like the basic regular schmegular makeup. So we're going to get, you know, fancy, or we're going to do something fancy today. So I'm going to be priming my lid with the P. Louise base, and this is Rumors 02. Alright, so our base is done. I'll go ahead now and start applying eyeshadow. I really don't know what to do today, but we'll come up with something. Okay, so let's get started. I'll go in with the shade A2. I'm going to use that as my first transition color, and I'm using the Morphe M412 brush to pack on that shade. I saw this movie on Netflix. Will I call it a movie? Is it a movie? Or yeah, it's a movie on Netflix, but it's actually a true life story. So it's a short documentary on a girl. Okay, so the name of the movie is called Crime Scene, The Vanishing at Cecil Hotel. If you've seen the movie before, let me know down below in the comment section. Now, first of all, I'm going to say that personally I don't agree with the investigation. Like, I don't agree with the results of the investigation, just because I feel like the person who did or who committed this crime must have been very good. Like, this person is an expert. I don't agree with the whole like police report and all that. So let me just tell you, for those who have not seen the movie, let me tell you what the movie is all about. So Crime Scene is the story of a girl, Elisa Lam. She was a 19-year-old college student who decided to go on holiday in Los Angeles, and on the day she was, a day before the day she was supposed to check out from the hotel, babes got missing. Elisa Lam was someone who was always on the internet, like, you know those people that just use internet as a form of journal or as a form of diary to just, write out, just air their minds, maybe because they don't really have friends, or I don't know, but for some reason, the internet was her safe place. Guys, after I watched this movie yesterday, I legit had nightmares. I could not sleep. The movie is not scary, but it's, should I say, borderline? It's borderline creepy. Like, I had nightmares. I won't even lie. I had legit nightmares yesterday. So this is where things went left. Like I was saying before, she tried to stay at a hotel called Cecil Hotel. Okay, now let's talk about Cecil Hotel. Cecil Hotel, like, I don't even know where to start from. There is nothing good to be said about that hotel. Okay, now initially the hotel was a hotel of 700 rooms. I believe it's been sold now, so the hotel doesn't exist again. I'm just using E3 to blend out A2. So the hotel has been sold now, and in fact that hotel should have been burnt down, not even sold, because I feel like there is a demon, there's something just parading itself around that hotel. Like, to show you how bad this hotel is, the ex-manager of the hotel said during her 8th year of working there as a manager, they recorded 80 deaths. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 10, not 20, not 50, 80 deaths in 8 years in that hotel. And like, when I heard that, I was like, then why was the hotel still functioning? A hotel where you recorded 80 deaths, even 20 is a lot to happen in a hotel. Like, name it, people were committing suicide, people were jumping down from like the top floor. The hotel was also home to a well-known in America. Like, there was nothing good about that hotel. Like, I don't even know how to say it again. There was nothing good about that hotel, and that was where Salam decided to lodge. Alright, so to darken that shade up, I'll go in with B4. So they're accepting every Tom, Dick and Harry as a guest in that hotel. And again, being a resident hotel, a lot of people who got out of prison, people who were on the run. Like, there was a guy who claimed to be a journalist, but this guy was in Austria. So he left Austria and moved to America, and still hotel was his house, because again, it was a resident apartment. So people from all walks of life, like, there's nothing you can't find, or there's nothing you can't find in that hotel. Prostitutes, serial killers, rapists, they were all there. But then it brings me to ask, like, okay, so number one, didn't the hotel know that, you know, all these kind of people are lodging in their hotel, or was it just all about the money? Okay, so you guys, now I'll go ahead and clean out I'm going to cut my crease, just because we're doing a cut crease. But first, to make my life easier, I'll go in with a cotton wool and just clean out some of these colors. Like, this is how I like to cut my lid, so that the color doesn't transfer into the concealer. Alright guys, so now that the lid has been cleaned, I will now go ahead and use my concealer to proper carve out my cut crease. But I don't think I can continue with this story, because girl, I need to focus on this crease and, you know, cut it right. So I'll cut my crease and then I'll get back to our story. I thought I was recording, but I'm actually going in with this D5, the black shade here, and B4. I'm going to use that to blend out the outer corner of my eyes. I'm going to use this shade as my lid color. It's what color is this? It's like a light, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a very light purple shade. I think it's dual chrome. So I'll go ahead and do the second eye off camera, and then I'll get back to do my base, and then we'll talk about the rest of the movie. Okay, let me apply my simple all day mattifying moisturizer. But I have my Bobbi Brown what's it called, Bobbi Brown all-in-one primer. I have that down already, so this one is just, you know, to mattify the skin. Okay, so back to our story about Salam. So when the public, you know, got involved with the investigation, because the police, when they ever stopped in the story, I can't remember, but after a while, you know, after days of investigation, the police said there was nothing, like they couldn't find her body. The sniffer dog they brought to, you know, use her scent to kind of find her. The dog was only able to get up to a particular window, and then from that point the dog couldn't smell her anymore. So they said maybe a kidnapper took her from the window. Like, the story was not just adding up, and people were like, hell no, we're not buying this story. We need to find this girl, at least if for nothing, at least find her body and, you know, take her back to Canada to give her a befitting burial. So I'll go ahead and color correct. I'll be using, see, when it comes to color correcting, I'm not really into the orange. I do the orange thing, but I also from time to time like to use a darker concealer to color correct. So this is the same concealer I used for the top of my brow. I'm going to use that just around my mouth area. See, the thing is that makeup has no formula. Sometimes you cannot be playing with something and discover something. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using to color correct all this area. And you can, if you can see, it's almost giving me, it's almost doing what an orange concealer will do. Back to Elisa Lam, right? Okay, so people now have to get involved in the whole investigation, and at the end of the day, her body was found. But where was her body found? Where was her, like, oh my god, thinking about it alone, I want to vomit. You guys, her body was found in the water tank of the hotel. Like the tank that supplies the entire hotel water. That was where her body was found, inside the water tank. So how did they even find it? So people, hotel guests and some residents, they're complaining about the funny taste that's coming from the water. Number one, the water was kind of brownish, and then it wasn't flowing properly, so as if something was blocking it. So they had to go complain to the hotel management that something is wrong with the water. Oh god, one of the hotel guests that they interviewed said they even drank the water. How do you drink? Do you guys drink water in the hotel, from a hotel tap? Like, how do you do that? So for foundation, I'll be using the YSL 24 hours long wear foundation. This is my first time trying out this foundation. I really don't know if it's my color, but we're gonna make it work just because, you know, we can. So with all the complaints, the hotel had to, you know, get their technician to go check out the water tank, and that was how they discovered the girl's body inside the water tank. How? So people are like, okay, so how did she get up there? So they had to start the whole investigation again. But you guys, let me just conclude. When they found her body, they now had to start doing autopsy. So from the autopsy, there was no sign of maybe sexual molestation. There was no sign of nothing. Her body was just clean. And then checking in her room, they found her medication. So she was supposed to be on some drugs for the whole bipolar disorder, but looking at the amount of drugs they found in the room and what she should have been taking, they said she was, you know, under medicating, and that alone could have worsened the whole bipolar situation. So with that, maybe that day that she walked into the water tank was one of those days where she was experiencing intense depression. I really don't know, honestly. I really don't know. For me, I don't think she committed suicide or she killed herself, or I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, because some of the things the girl wrote down on Tumblr, she was like she can't wait to explore the world, travel and all that good stuff. So how can someone who has that goal or dream of traveling around the world all of a sudden, you know, kill herself in a hotel? Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. But then they kind of put everything on the whole bipolar condition, and yeah, that was how the movie ended. And then the girl's parents sued the hotel for wrongful death, but they lost the case. They lost it. And finally the hotel was sold. I think they sold the hotel for how many millions, but whatever that hotel is now, I feel like there's an evil spirit that is lurking around that hotel. I swear to God. Okay, so for the lip, I'm taking this Colourpop matte lippy in Nevermind. Okay, now I'll go in with ABH lip gloss in Naked. On top of that, I'll go in with this is NYX Butter Gloss. Am I looking too purpley? Is that a word? What do you guys think? Ideally, I would have wanted a much more calmer lips. Like this is a lot. This is a lot for me. That's because I like my lips very simple. But what do you guys think? Okay, let's do this. So this is going to be like lip combo 1, and then I'll go ahead and do a second lip combo for us to see. But yeah, so far so good. This is what the entire look is looking like for now. Alright guys, so this is our second lip, and this one is more of a brownish nude lip, which in reality is my best kind of nude, but I don't think it really goes well with the purple, but I like it and that's all that matters. Alright guys, let me know down below in the comment section which one do you prefer, which of the lips do you prefer? Do you prefer the purple one, or do you prefer this brown one? Yeah, so this is the look for today. Okay guys, so this is the end of our makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this little movie story time. If you did, do well to leave your girl a huge thumbs up, leave a nice comment down below. If you haven't subscribed up till now, I don't know what you're still waiting for. Like, baby girl, what are you doing? Click on that subscribe button. It's free of charge. Do well to also turn on your bell notifications, that way you receive alerts whenever I have a new video up on my channel. So with that said, I'll see you all in my next video, God willing. But until then, stay safe and be blessed.